We're joined here by Calvin College senior Lydia Gildea, the Calvin College softball team. And Lydia, just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you came from, how you came to Calvin, and what you're majoring in here as a student athlete.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm from Gobles, Michigan, which is down near Kalamazoo. Very small town. I'm the oldest of 4 kids, so very athletic family as well. As I was kind of like going through high school, and figuring out that I wanted to play college softball, that's really where I started my college search. So I went through a recruiting company, kind of inserted my preferences, things like that, and I got matched up with Calvin. So as I met Coach Decline here at the time, and kind of did those sorts of visits, I just walked on campus and could feel like it was my second home, you know what I mean? So I really chose Calvin because of all the available opportunities for me, but mostly because of the feeling, because of that second home, like where I belong. So that's why I'm here. I am currently a sport management major with a business minor. It's not where I started. I always thought I was going to be an elementary school teacher, and I dabbled in a little speech pathology for a semester, but very thankful to be in the department that I'm in with the professors and the mentors that I have. So.
Well, some of the themes of NCAA Division III, Behind You, Discover, Develop, and Dedicate, you've been able to discover a number of things. You've been a part of Calvin's SAC group, and you had a chance to go to the NCAA convention this past year. You met NCAA President Dr. Mark Emmert this past fall. Just talk a little bit about those experiences that you've had in the last year.
Yeah, absolutely. So when we took a trip to Grand Valley and met the president, it was more eye-opening, I think, to be able to hear his voice touch on the topics that we talk a lot as a part of the NCAA and as a part of Division III. So it wasn't more about like the topics that we discussed that I think were really relevant, but more to hear his voice and to hear that personalized into our lives. Just to see how that works was really great. But the convention in San Antonio this year was absolutely amazing. I want to be a coach and an athletic administrator when I grow up, so to see that side of it was very eye-opening. I kind of felt like a fly on the wall during the whole time, but just to see how the NCAA really serves and relates to each of its member schools and to help us grow through those experiences was very cool.
And you were there with other MIAA student athletes from other institutions. Talk about that experience.
Yes, I was. That was a little nerve-wracking at first because we didn't know each other. But to be able to meet these other student athletes, to bond over that, to know that we come from the same conference and that we have a passion for sports all together, that was very cool. So those are friendships that I've gained that I won't forget.
You talk about passion. That's another one of the NCAA themes, passion, dedication. You've had to be dedicated to your sport on top of staying on top of your studies. You've done very well in the classroom here. Just talk a little bit about how you stay dedicated to both fields as both a student and as an athlete, and how you've been able to have success in both venues.
Absolutely. I'd really say that the fuel for that is the passion that I have been created within for both my sports and my academics. At Calvin, we have a great opportunity to know the balance, and everybody really is all in on that balance between our sports and our academics and the rest of our life. So just to have the support from a lot of our mentors and professors, as well as my coaches here, to really put in the time in my sport and to grow in that area, but to know that I'm a whole person and to come out with an education that really was worth it. Yeah, just to be able to work both sides of that has been really great.
What's it like to be a Division III athlete and playing softball here at Calvin College as you're a senior now, and you look back a little bit on how things have gone over the last 3 years? You know, what are some of the things that jump out in your mind?
Yeah, I learned more time management and patience than I think I ever would, which is really, I think will really help me in the future. I am so thankful for both of those experiences as a whole person here at Calvin, and just the people I think that I've met through both the sports side especially, but the academics and the social side here as well. Those are the friendships that I'm going to have for the rest of my life. So to have been a part of this program and to have made an impact for 4 years now has just been a huge blessing.
Well, one of the other teams that you've been a part of here is the Calvin Game Day team. Maybe you can explain a little bit about what that all entails and some of the experiences and the opportunities that you've had here at Calvin working under Dr. Jim Timmer.
Yeah, absolutely. So very simply put, Calvin Game Day creates awareness for varsity sports and also works to enhance the fan experience of those sports. So we do a lot of like pep rallies, halftime games at basketballs, those types of things. So it's been a lot of fun for me, since that is something that I want to use and continue to do in the future. But it's also been very eye-opening to see how big our sports actually is as a part of the industry. You know, when you're a player, you really just think about the skills that you're working on and the game that you're about to play, the opponent that you want to beat. But in reality, like, the industry as a whole is so much more than that. There's the fan experience, there's all the people that put work into you know, the music that's playing during your warm-ups, or if the arena's even clean for you that day. So just to be able to see all sides of that has been really great. I've loved being able to work with and relate to the Calvin fans, and just to really engage with them, you know, throwing t-shirts out, giving away pizzas, that kind of stuff. So to be able to see other people get in as engaged in sports as I've been as a player has been really cool.
And then you were telling me a little bit about how you still give back to your own community back in the Gobles area, volunteering with some things with your high school, and you've also done a little bit of work here in the summer too as a coach. Talk a little bit about those experiences and how those will help you down the road.
Yeah, so back at my high school at Gobles, I do a lot of help working with various like sport events. So I've worked a lot in our annual cheer bash. I've helped run wrestling meets, basketball tournaments, that sort of thing. So that's been really cool to have those experiences, as I do want to be in administration in the future. But yeah, I really loved the coaching side of it. I was able to coach last summer with the Michigan Rebels fast pitch 16U team, and that was an experience I'll never forget. Just the teaching aspect, I think, is what I really loved, and I've come to see that that's where I flourish. I mean, I have a passion for the game as a player, but to be able to pass on that knowledge and that love for these skills, the team orientation, like to pass that on to future generations, I think is something that's really special. So.
Well, it sounds like it's been a special time here for you at Calvin College. Glad that you can stop by, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.